Welcome, 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 YouTube. Welcome on this. What is today? Friday, December 19th. Hopefully everybody's doing well tonight. But I wanted to come on here and talk about something that a lot of people kind of overlook, or a lot of people overlook, and I did too at the very beginning. But to get down to it, you know, getting into obstacles, people have things going on in their lives. It never changes. We got obstacles, we have setbacks. But the reality of it is, and I had to go through this process too, that's why I'm talking about it, is like you can't let your obstacles bring you down. I know it's one thing to say it, but then to do it is another thing. But let your obstacles become your opportunities. Okay, that is so important because you just have to have a mindset to say, you know what, I'm not going to let anything stop me. So when I got into real estate, hey, how you doing? When I got into real estate, I wasn't going to let anything stop me, right? There are going to be things that happen in your life, men and women. I'm just going to tell you. But I've something that I've just learned is that again, I let my obstacles become my opportunities. I won't let anything stop me. And in today's world, I could just see everybody gets so bent out of shape over small things. You have goals that you want to reach, and you don't even reach them because, again, you let those obstacles stop you. Everybody wants to be successful, but I promise you, everyone that has made some level of success, they went through something. It's just a reality. I just tell you, just keep going. Be strong. It'll all play out. Okay. It may take some time because it took me a long time, but it was worth it, right? It was worth it. I don't have to depend on corporate America anymore. That was one of my biggest things that I wanted. And I'm telling you, you can do this. I happen to do it through real estate. I've been doing this for going on 26 years. It doesn't even seem like it was that long. It just went by so quick. But I'm telling you, put your mind to it. You can make this happen. All right. There's opportunity out there. And I know speaking to a lot of people and going to webinars and seminars, a lot of people are sick and tired of being sick and tired. A lot of people are tired of their financial position. They want to make something better out of themselves. They want to spend more time with their family. That's most of us, right? And I understand that. I get that. And I felt like that even at the age of 25. So what I was looking for was an opportunity to be able to get to that next level financially because they don't teach this in school. And I just happened to learn through the game of real estate. There's so many things you can do in real estate, like Airbnb. You could do buy and hold, which is what I teach. You could do wholesaling. There's so many different methods, but what I teach is the buy and hold strategy. And what I love about that is that I get paid every single month, guaranteed, and it's through Section 8. And I'm telling you, I've found like a recession-proof business. I've had my ups and downs. I've ran through obstacles. I've seen them, but I still made it. And I'm telling you and declaring to you today that you can do the same thing. You are going to have issues. You're going to have setbacks and problems. Stick with it. Stay focused. Be consistent, and everything will all work out. It just does. I like mentoring people because they tell me their struggles, and then I help them out. I just give them advice and stuff. And then even for people that just starting out, this is what I always get. Well, Eric, now is not the time. I'm not ready. Let me give you some advice on something. You're technically never ready. Okay, ready is an emotion. Actually, no, ready is a decision, right? You may feel in that moment that you're not ready, but the reality of it is it's a decision. You're either going to say, you know what, I'm going to make changes in my life because I'm going to tell you what, you're never really ready. There's no perfect time to get into real estate or any type of business. There's no perfect season. Just get started. And that's where most people struggle. Just get started, whether it's with myself or somebody else. Get with somebody that you know, like, and trust that can really help you out, that you really feel like, okay, this person can help me. Because everybody's going to go through their stuff. But I just wanted to really make that clear, guys, that you are going to go through obstacles. You're going to go through downtimes. You're going to go through some hardships. But let those be your opportunities. Let that build you up. It's kind of like going to the gym, right? When you go to the gym, and you want to pump iron and you want to get bigger and you want to put on mass, guess what? You got to go through that strain. You got to go through that pump. You got to go through those sore muscles, right? But over time, it gets better. And that's the same thing with anything, right? Don't think that, everybody looks at my success, but they don't really understand what I've been through. And I got that, right? But the point is, I've been through it too. We all have that have been successful. Everybody's got their different levels of success. But I'm just saying, anybody can do this. You don't need a degree to get into real estate. You don't need a license. You don't need a certificate. But I'm telling you, at the end of the day, it's something that I think you'll enjoy, right? I, I got my best satisfaction. It didn't come easy to me. Now that I went through all those hardships, if I go through them again, I know how to handle it, and even more. I've equipped myself to it, right? And you can do the same thing. If anybody has any questions about real estate investing, put them in the chat. So I'll be more than welcome to answer any questions. I'm just here to give people. No, I don't know who this Sabubu Lux is. But I'm just here to give encourage and inspiration, guys. I happen to do real estate investing. I've been doing it for 25 years now, going on 26. And I'm so happy that I got into real estate. I enjoy it. But what I enjoy more actually is teaching people because I've been able to break the code in my family tree, I guess you can say. And now that I've been able to break it, now I just share this information with others because that's one of the biggest struggles people have is a finance struggle, right? You really have an income problem and learning how to have a relationship with money. A lot of people have that problem because they don't teach this in school. And I see why. They want us to be broke. They want us to live check to check. They want us to be financially in poverty, right? And all we do each day is make everybody else rich, and you could really take the time out to make yourself rich and wealthy for your family's family, and that's the key. So I come out here to teach you how to get passive income, build generational wealth. I do workshops. I come on my lives. I have courses, ebooks, mentorship programs. So this stuff works, but it only works if you take action, right? It only works if you take action. So there's only so much that an individual can do. I can give you this information, which I do a lot of it, but if you don't do anything with it, what's the point? So trust me, I've been in that situation. So I'm just so happy to be on the other side. And now I'm able to teach thousands of people, whether it's on YouTube, other social media platforms. But I enjoy it. And I just love talking about real estate and getting to financial freedom. And it wasn't just financial freedom, guys, it's time freedom too that I enjoy. I get to spend time with my loved ones. I get to spend time with my wife. I get to spend time with my kids. If I was working and only had that one corporate America job when I was working at these plants, I never had my time. I just didn't have it. I spent more time at work than I did at home, like most of you guys. And I was traveling an hour and a half to go to work, to and from. It was ridiculous. And I did that for 20 something plus years. And I'm like, man, what was I thinking? And as you start to get older, you start to get wiser and you start to really start to think like, is this worth it? That's what I was thinking. Is this worth it? Is there more to life than just working for somebody else? Because basically you're building somebody else's dreams. I know I was. And I got to a point where I just said, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And once your pain level is so strong, then you'll make a change. But until then, most people are just going to talk. We're going on 2026, and unfortunately, most people are going to be in the same situation only because of your choice. You know what they say? If you don't change your situation, you're choosing it. Most people are choosing it. They don't want to change. I can't help you. That's most people, unfortunately. But for those that are like, you know what, Eric, I want your help. I know what you're saying is the truth and it works. I want to get on board. Those are the people I can help. But other than that, you can only help so many people. But yeah, I'm just telling you, I do real estate investing. I'm here down in the South and I rent out to low income housing Section 8. I know people think that's a taboo, but people don't really understand the power of working with the government, right? We just had our largest government shutdown in US history. And us as real estate investors, especially when we're linked with the government, we all got paid. I haven't missed a check. I started in 2000. So 25 years later, partnered with the government, I'm still getting paid. That's a beautiful thing. But you can't do that and learn that from sitting on the sidelines. It's impossible. So Yeah, I've learned real estate. I linked up with the government. I've actually found something that's recession proof because I've been through all the ups and downs of the economy, right? The 2008 bubble, dot bubble, which some people probably don't even know what that is. 2008 housing crash, which was real bad back then. The 2008 housing crash. Um, we also had 2000, what was that? 2018, we had another government shutdown with the same president. We had COVID, which we've never seen before. Nothing that was so rampant at such a high rate where people had to be shut down and couldn't go out, right? The cities were shut down. I had a lot of colleagues that lost their properties because the tenants couldn't go to work because it was mandated to stay inside because of the COVID, and people weren't making any money. But people don't understand when I was partnered with the government and all of us that are investors that are partnered with the government, we got paid. And that's the beauty of Section 8. But I always tell people get this information first before you start making judgment. Really get information first. And a lot of people, they hear people that aren't even in real estate, they believe them, and then they knock themselves out of a dream simply because they heard somebody else. But yet, the people that are actually doing it, you're not even listening to, right? Because you listen to people that are quote unquote more qualified, but they work at Best Buy or work in the French fry department at McDonald's. And I'm not putting anybody down. I'm just saying they're totally not qualified, but you listen to them. Think about it. So that's one of the things you got to do if you want to learn something and become successful at it. Watch those that are already doing it. Network with people that are already successful in real estate and follow their lead. Ask them questions. Follow them. That's exactly what I did. That's like that's like the cheat code or the hack. Network with people that are already successful doing what you want to do. That's key. That's powerful right there. Okay. And that's something that I had to do. And I still do it. I'm never at a point to where I know everything, but I know one thing. I network with people that are doing way better than me. That's what I want to do. That way I can learn. I'm always in that learning stage. All right. If nobody has any questions, I'm going to get off. Thank you for coming to my YouTube live. I'm going to try to start coming on more often. For those that want to follow me, I'm also on TikTok. So you can also get on EY, the real estate guy, a real estate investor on there. Matter of fact, I'm about to go on in a little bit. But yeah, you can always find me there. And I'm on both social medias. Again, I'm going to be coming on here more. Hopefully, y'all enjoy this. And I will see y'all.